meaning and where do you see future? You give your views on that in the next few minutes, okay? If you can do it in 10, 15 minutes, it's okay? You have your mic there. No, she wants to go there, whatever. Free for her.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'm very excited and honored to be, it's like a dream for me to stand in front of Our Highness Pramoda Devi Variyarji, Dr. Ajay Kumarji, the dignitaries seated on the dais, and my dear audience. To start, ನಾನು ಬಸವಣ್ಣನವರ ಪ್ರೇರಣಾದಾಯಕ ವಚನದಿಂದ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಕೈಲಾಸ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಯಕ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಧರ್ಮ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ, ದಯೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಹಣ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ, ಗುಣ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಆಸ್ತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಅರಿವು ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ, ಆಚಾರ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಮನೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ, ಮನ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. So, hello everyone. So my story, to begin with all, I'll start with my personal story, okay? My story begins from the year 2020. It was a year full of trauma, anxiety, negativity, fear, and helplessness. It was a period when people were locked in their four walls of their home, just like a bird in a cage. As there is a famous saying that a pessimist complains about the wind, an optimist expects it to change, but a leader adjusts the sail. And in my case, that leader was my mother, who knew... Hello, yeah. So in my case, that leader was my mother, who knew the way and showed the way out of this stressful period. When most of the kids were addicted to mobile phone, TV, and social media, even I too was one of them. But my mother was a bridge builder to my successful journey. Before, I was just a shy, introvert girl with no communication skills, and I didn't even knew the P of public speaking. But she completely transformed me into a confident and a bold girl. Do you know how? Well, the story begins when my mother opened me a YouTube channel named Wiz Sibling, just to divert my mind from useless doom scrolling on social media. She used to give me speeches, I used to learn them, and then she used to capture the videos and upload it into YouTube. At first, I thought that public speaking is not a talent, and it would not help me to grow and become successful in my life. But as the time went on, I started to have a positive aspect towards public speaking, because it started to help me in many different ways. This saga continued for 2 years, and boom, it was a time for my 10th grade board exams with a statutory warning of CBSE. As we all have passed through this phase, we all know that we get a lot of pressure from our parents, schools, teachers, and Sone Pe Suhaga, relatives too. Actually, these relatives are the ones who are more desperate to know our results than us and our parents. But in my case, it was completely opposite. Because a woman who does not require the validation of anyone, she is the most feared individual on the planet. And in Hindi we say that, Bharat ki nari sab pe bhari. And that nari in my life was my mother, who stood as a rock in my support and encouraged me to move forward. She encouraged me to continue public speaking with my board exams, and also to add on to this, I was even a boxer. A complete year, I was juggling with studies, public speaking, and boxing. And yeah, and to be frank, you know, at first it was a very tough period for me. As you know, I was getting a lot of stress. But as the time went on, it started to ease, and it started to move smoothly, just with the support and help of my parents. Most of my friends, Mattu, and my relatives thought that I may fail in my boards, or I may slide into depression because of the stress. And what do you all think? What was my result at the end? Huh? What do you think? Nothing? Okay, I think, okay. You don't think anything. Did you hear? So yes, at one time I was doing 3 things together. So yeah, the end was just like a miracle for me. The only words that helped me to move forward were, if you believe in yourself and have dedication and pride and never quit attitude, you are a winner. The price to victory is high, but so are the rewards. My journey, my road to my success was full of twists and turns, but at the end of the year, I was a distinction student, a national champion in Muay Thai with a gold medal, and also an Interbook of Record holder with a title as Maximum Speeches given by a team. And now, I am appointed as a brand ambassador of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan by Mysore City Corporation. There was a survey conducted in our country in the year 2020, which says that in our country, there are more than 50% of the population below the age of 25, and more than 65% of the population below the age of 35. As Swami Vivekananda ji has dreamt about the youths as, my faith is in the modern generation, the younger generation. They'll work out the problems like lions. So we being the modern or the younger generation, are we really fighting against the problems which are hindering the growth of our country like lions? Are we? Or are we acting like cowards and hypocrites who flew away from their own, by demeaning their own and praising the others? We see a lot of youths and people saying that our country is dirty and filthy, while the other countries are clean and beautiful. But have you ever thought, why is our country dirty and filthy? The reason is we. Do we all keep our homes dirty and filthy? No, right? We keep our homes clean and beautiful, right? Yes? Yes, then so why can we spread dirty, filthiness and dirtiness across our country? No, right? And first of all, I want you all to be interactive with me. Okay? I'll ask questions, you have to answer me. Okay, and I'll speak in Kannada also, don't worry. I'll give a summarization in complete Kannada, don't worry, okay? So yeah. We all youths are getting influenced by the Western culture and are forgetting our own. So keep aside the country, are we really confident enough to take a stand for ourselves? Or are we strong enough to fight against the taboos and myths? We all youths have been the puppet in the hands of social media. It is controlling us and we are following it blindly. A survey says that more than 48% of the youths watch everyday misleading content. And 1 out of 10 people rewatches the same content for more than 6 times, which is leading them for a feeling of being annoyed, upset, angry, or scared. When we all see a misleading content, only 59% of the people know the responsibility of reporting it, but eventually end up blocking it rather than reporting it. Anti-social media behavior like trolling and bullying is on the rise. Sitting behind the screens, writing or posting a troll message has been a talk of the town now. So I want to say all the youths that think once before you act, twice before you speak, thrice before you post any troll message on your social media. Because your one troll line can change a person's life, turn upside down, and certain times they may even slide into depression, mental trauma, or certain times they may even commit suicides. So dear youths, listen before you react, think before you act, forgive before you pray, and try before you quit. The other reason why I shared my personal story at the beginning, well, I'll say why, because being a youth, it is possible to stay away from social media. We can avoid social media. And we can also turn our negative situations into positive situations. And learning an extra skill can help us to develop both personally and socially. And in my case, I learned boxing. It helped me to grow more stronger and helped me to overcome my failures and be sportive. And while it comes to public speaking, it helped me to gain more confidence and, yeah, of course, improve my communication skills. Here, I would like to add that impossible is not a fact. It is an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration. It is a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is nothing. So we all youths have the responsibility of future of our country on our shoulders. We all youths have the capacity of igniting minds, lightening fire and burning like a candle to light another candle. Yes, I agree that the future of our country lies on our shoulders, but a huge responsibility lies on the parents because they are the one who can support, protect and guide the youths into the right direction. As Swami Vivekananda ji has beautifully said that, negative thoughts weaken men. We constantly see parents telling their children to read and write and demotivate them by calling them fools, and eventually they turn out to be one. If we speak kind words and encourage them to move forward, they are bound to improve with time. How true, isn't it? Now, I have a question for you all. Okay? If a flower in a pot doesn't bloom, who is wrong here? Is the flower wrong, or that's the problem of the flower or the surrounding? Huh? If the flower doesn't bloom, who do we blame? Do we blame the flower or the surrounding? Surrounding? Okay, this side only is giving me answers, and from here I can't listen any answers. Whom do you blame? Yes, we do blame the surrounding because the flower may have not gotten enough amount of water, sunlight or air. Likewise, we do our flowers, and it is the responsibility of parents, teachers and guardians to give us enough amount of love, care and support. So, parents play a very vital role in shaping the future of the children. I request all the parents to be a cheerleader to your children. Here I would like to add a beautiful poem in Hindi. तू अपनी खूबियां ढूंढ, कमियां निकालने के लिए लोग हैं ना। अगर रखना है तो कदम आगे रख, पीछे खींचने के लिए लोग हैं ना। सपने देखने हैं तो ऊंचे देख, नीचा दिखाने के लिए लोग हैं ना। अपने जुनून की चिंगारी को भड़का, चलने के लिए लोग हैं ना। भरोसा रखना है तो खुद पे रख, शक करने के लिए लोग हैं ना। A child's first school is their home. So yes, parents play a very important role in teaching their children to be kind, generous and sincere. So please don't teach your children to be the smartest, coolest or something else's, because it would not help them to go so far. But instead, if you teach them to be kind, generous and to find their way in helping others, they will survive in any aspects of their life. And dear youths, your parents are there to guide you and support you and protect you. But you are the one who is going to create your future. You are the one who will build your own career, your life. So yes, always do listen to your parents and try to be a leader of your life. Try to build leadership qualities, because the world needs more leaders than followers, and try to create more leaders. Leadership doesn't require any criteria like gender, age or financial conditions and so on. If you're having potential, talent and never quit, never give up attitude, then you are a leader. If your actions inspire others to become more, dream more and to learn more, then you are a leader. So at end, ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಾರಂಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ APJ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಮಾತಿನ ಸ್ವಾರಂಶ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾರಂಶ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದರಿಂದ. APJ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹವ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹವ್ಯಾಸಗಳು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, Falkia, and you have done an amazing job of conveying the message, not only for very youth, ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. Everybody has to hear from you in the message. And so far, I know Ravi Joshi has talked about Constitution, ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. Then we heard from Fakila about her own story, and she mentioned about misleading content and leadership. So as she mentioned, youth are very much stuck to the social media. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಆಗಲಿ ದಿಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ಈ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್